Metro 360 News in the building. It's your brother Mindbender, aka John Mack, and you know how we always do it about this time. Bringing you those stories that them others just can't bring because they don't have the tenacity or ethics or game or spits. But we're going to let you know how we do it over here. Let's get right to the fucking point. Orlando Anderson didn't kill Tupac Shakur. Get that out of your mind. Keefe D is a fucking rat and a liar, and I've proved that several times in the past to you. But in case you didn't hear me the first 20 times, let me give you one more. This fucking rat and liar will be exposed for what he is. A rat and a goddamn liar, nigga. Now, let's start off with the evidence at the goddamn MGM Grand first. You ever notice with all the footage they was getting at Tupac, right? All the footage they was getting at Tupac all night, following the nigga around with every goddamn camera they had in the building. All of a sudden, you expect me to believe that we don't have any exact footage of Tupac doing what we was allegedly told. What were we allegedly told? We were allegedly told that Trayvon, a.k.a. Trayvon Lane, get the fuck out of here. Nigga name is Trayvon Lane. I just want y'all to let that sink into your head for a minute. Trayvon Lane, right? Allegedly was at, I think what they saying is maybe the Fox Hills Mall or Lakewood Mall. It's one of those two malls, and they seen Orlando Anderson, a couple of his homeboys up there. And because Trayvon Lane allegedly had on a death row chain, the nigga got pressed by Baby Lane. Okay? How fucking ironic that Trayvon Lane would get pressed by goddamn Baby Lane. I mean, this shit is poetical. Baby Lane and was actually and tried to jack the nigga for his death row chain. Well, allegedly, Trayvon Lane reaches over to Tupac, the rapper, the Golden Goose, nigga. You got all the security, you got other Mob Pyru homies around you, but you say to Pac and whisper in his ear, allegedly, oh, them is the niggas from the South that jumped me. And because Pac is such a pawn and a patsy, you saying that made him rush over to Baby Lane and snuff the nigga. A well-known Compton Crip rider, and Tupac just beat the nigga up, stumped the nigga out of it. Everybody come and just rush the nigga and rat pack this nigga on the ground, and everything is hunky-dory day. We ride off in victory after a high-charge Tyson fight. Man, I'm gonna tell you how unlikely that story is. The story is so unlikely it's stupid, and you have to be a fool. That's why they waited 27 years for niggas' memories to get fuzzy and then try to solve this funny-ass case, nigga. But I'm gonna tell you who they after at the very end of the story, and it'll make more sense. You see, because they already got rid of 50% of the goddamn equation. Now, if you look at them niggas rat packing, my nigga, he never has a number 13 on his goddamn jersey on the floor. You can watch that footage until your face turns black. No pun intended. And you'll never, ever, ever be able to see the light, motherfucker. I'm gonna tell you why. Because you wasn't looking for the light. You like being told funny shit. You like being told that, outer space is hundreds of millions of miles away, but yeah, you can see the moon with pure clarity, like nothing. Without a telescope, without glasses. You see? Because reality is fiction, and fiction is reality. And your whole world is false. You know what I'm saying? Especially, well, we're going to say that for another commentary, because I don't want to spoil it with destroying people's ego. You know what I'm saying? But I'm going to wake you up. I'm going to wake you up from the dumb, deaf, and darkness of this blinding light. This light ain't no good right here. The light that they shine is the light they want to manipulate. And they're doing a very well job of it. Now, after allegedly rat packing Orlando, and if you look at that footage, man, these dudes is kicking his ass with dress shoes on. And, he's getting rat packed, man. Like, I don't know if you've ever been jumped before. If you've never been jumped, yeah, you got a little adrenaline after you get jumped. But give it 2.5 hours later and see how you feel. I don't give a fuck what age you are. Once adrenaline wears off, pain sets in, and different body parts and shit start hurting. He was getting kicked in his back and head and arm. I'm talking about stumped out, man, by big ass niggas like Buntry. 200 plus pound dudes kicking you and fucking you up while you on the ground. I'm not feeling that a man is going to have a steady shooting hand after that, but allegedly, this is what they're telling me. And once again, they got footage of Tupac all night. All night you staring at footage of Tupac, man. Even Suge came out and confirmed. He said somebody had to be watching him. Why they got all that footage looking at him the whole night? Suge Knight also said, if you solve one, you'll solve the other. Both cases is connected. It's the same circle of people. He said, and I quote, David Mack and Sheritha was good friends. David Mack, Sheritha, and Reg was good friends. Reg was good friends with Rafael Perez, and Rafael Perez was good friends with David Mack. He told you the story. So now let me wake your ass up, and there's other players involved in this, man. This shit get deeper than the Atlantis. Why did Tupac have all them body doubles in the MGM Grand that night? He had 2 different body doubles in the MGM Grand that night. Factual. First, you get that one picture with the fake Suge and the fake Pac in the picture. Then, you see Pac in the lobby walk past his body double wearing exactly the same shit, bald head with the big chain and shit around his neck. The euthanasia chain, just like Pac had on, identical. Go back and check out my videos. All you gotta do is look through the history, Reggie Wright Jr. versus Gene Deal series. Every last piece of evidence is right there. This shit was a goddamn Hollywood script. Now, after allegedly all these body doubles, all this footage, yet the one little small piece of footage we never see is Tupac rushing Orlando Anderson. But that's what we're told happened. Pac is obviously the leader walking out of the building and everybody's following behind him. But if you pay attention closely, you can see the goddamn switcheroo. Some dude walks past that way, that lady walks to the right, and all of a sudden she starts running because the Rat Pack is coming. Right in between there, that's where the little switcheroo, that little dark spot, that's where the funny bunny shit took place. Whatever happened behind that pillar was something funny. Trust and believe that. There's 2 more times some funny ass shit happens during this case too that you should really pay attention to. 2.5 hours later, after Pac goes wherever he goes and Suge goes wherever they go to get dressed and ready, Pac decides, ironically, he's not going to wear his bulletproof vest that moment. This is after rat packing the nigga. He wears it all the time when nothing happens, but now after doing something, he's not going to wear it. Okay, I believe that. The same guy that shot 2 off-duty police officers and was raised by the Black Panthers. Sure, yeah, I believe that. They get, ironically, 4 girls that reported seeing the shooting that night, right? They reported Tupac and Suge being pulled over by the police right before they got shot up. They always omit those details. But the police stopped Pac and Suge and had them niggas outside the car, was looking in the car for firearms in the car. Now, if you ask me, right? Michael Moore said he heard over the Nextels precisely when Pac got shot. A white male voice said, "Got him." That's what he said. Got him. Now, Reggie Wright Jr. during this exact moment told all of Pac's security, no guns. He disarmed them. Police pulled Suge and Pac over, right? Michael Moore, the security, heard got him over the Nextel phones. And Reggie Wright Jr. disarmed all the goddamn security. Yo, 3 strikes and you're out. 3 strikes and you're out, motherfucker. The police. But let me give you the real connection with Reggie Wright's fat ass. You see, Reggie Wright Jr., admittingly so, grew up in Grape Street, Watts neighborhood. Reggie Wright Jr. and his dad, Reggie Wright Sr., the head of the gang task force of the Compton Police Department, was indicted for moving hundreds of pounds of marijuana, thousands of fentanyl hydrocodone pills, permethazine, hundreds of gallons, all kind of shit, trafficking to the Peter Road Mafia and Grape Streets in Memphis. That's right. And Reggie Wright Jr., a police officer, fat ass, went to prison behind selling dope as a crooked ass goddamn police officer. Now, Daz Dillinger, who was raided in Mississippi and was found to have THC pens in a state that doesn't allow it, said, and I quote, "Reggie Wright Jr. is working with the feds to get his father a lighter sentence." They silenced Daz after he said that. He said Reggie Wright Jr., remember, he was signed to Death Row Records. He was the last one left on Death Row Records. This is what everybody forget. When his own cousin was snooping, everybody left. Daz stayed with Death Row. He went total Judas on him. Now, at the end of the day, Daz had no incentive not to stay loyal to Snoop. Snoop brought him in the game. It was his cousin, all that. But for whatever reason, Daz decided to stay loyal to Death Row and Suge Knight. The whole cold part about it was Suge was plugging his baby moms the whole time. So, man, what kind of deceit you think set in Daz's heart, man, based on that, man? That's a cold fucking move when you can start plugging the nigga baby moms. You know what I'm talking about? And then the nigga stay loyal to you over his own family. God damn. So now, man, you can see what kind of plots is settling in Death Row. It's a whole lot of jealousy and nasty shit going on. Suge fucking everybody and their mama. And Sheritha watching all this. And let me tell you, man, if you don't know, there's nothing like a woman scorned. There's nothing like a woman scorned. And if you ask me, Reggie Jr. was a goddamn pawn to Sheritha's pussy. And I'm going to tell you how. Sheritha motherfucking Knight, the real culprit behind this whole Tupac shit. When Tupac got out of jail, Suge stayed at Can-Am Studios with Pac. He wasn't at home with his wife, and Pac had every woman in the country after his vittles. And they was showing up to Can-Am by the boatload. And him and Suge was bending them all over and fucking them. Every last one of them. And Sheritha sitting there in the background like a fool. Like, this nigga think he's gonna do whoop-de-wop and wop-de-whoop to me? He got me all the fucking way twisted. The nigga was so nasty with it. The nigga got Michelle A pregnant. And I don't give a fuck if it was years later or not, nigga. Him and Dre was partners and friends, nigga. And Sheritha was a godmother over Michelle A's child. That shit was dirty, man. But let's get back to the story at hand. Sheritha Knight. So Sheritha Knight links up with a dude named Kevin motherfucking Gaines of the Los Angeles Police Department's Rampart Division. Ooh, what a nigga to get with, Sheritha, when you want to finish a nigga like Suge off. In the midst of all that, Tupac Shakur, now being at death row, gets an endorsement from the St. Ides Liquor Company. They go out to Reno, Nevada to shoot a video commercial for the brewing company. Snoop shows up with his whole entourage. Well, guess who's with Snoop? A rapper by the name of Lil Half Dead. Lil Half Dead is not only related to Snoop, but Lil Half Dead is also one of the first rappers to ever come out of Long Beach side by side with Snoop. As a matter of fact, I think his shit might have came out before Snoop's solo shit did, to be honest. And for what I remember, Suge Knight was managing Lil Half Dead, which Lil Half Dead was on Priority Records, one of the major distributors of Death Row. Priority helped distribute the first Dog Pound album, not Interscope. Pay attention. Brian Turner is Priority Records. Priority Records is the same label that started off their fortune with the California Raisins commercial. I heard it through the grapevine and all that shit, and gave NWA their first distribution deal for Ruthless Records. But it wasn't for them, it was actually for JJ Fad that they would put out that record first, Supersonic. Now, continuing on, Lil Half Dead claimed that Tupac stole Brenda's Got a Baby from him. But he wrote and produced that, and Tupac took his whole lyrics and concept and redid it. And that's a bold claim because we know Tupac Shakur is a staunch writer and rapper. But nobody could ever really refute that. And when they had Lil Half Dead on this special with Ben Crump, he denied having any dealings with Tupac. Which would only be smart because it would implicate the fuck out of him. Lil Half Dead gets into it with Tupac over the publishing, allegedly, and gets his ass kicked by the goddamn Outlaws. Now, that creates division between Snoop and Pac immediately. Immediate division, where they camps started to have like a little rivalry type of shit. Well, allegedly, at the same time in Reno, Nevada, Suge Knight and another assailant take Sheritha and Kevin Gaines gagged and bound out to Reno and leave them in the desert butt naked. This is the story that's allegedly told. Now, we don't know if that has something to do with Reggie Jr. or not, but the story seems kind of unlikely, but if there's any truth to it, man, vitriol and venom is there. Vitriol and venom. Because Sheritha Knight at the same time is, guess what? Snoop Dogg's tour manager. And she's his artist manager. Now you're talking about an immediate rift in the label. If anything happens to Suge, Sheritha automatically becomes the CEO. And no, they were not divorced at the time. They were still fully functional married. Reggie Jr.'s line-ass story is, yeah, Suge gonna let, at 28 years old, this cop fucking his wife and he's cool with everything. Why would Reggie even make a statement like that? Because he was fucking Sheritha too. And that was the jealousy between the two factions of the police department, Compton PD and the LAPD. Shortly after that, Big C Styles and also Joe Cool, I think, said that they reported seeing David Mack and Rafael Perez up at Death Row all the time after that. Who you think put them niggas into their life? Yeah, Kevin Gaines. Kevin motherfucking Gaines. But instead of David Mack and Perez going up there like, nigga, we should shake this whole shit down and beat your ass, fat boy. They said, nah, nigga, let's make a deal. We want in on the cut of the money. Everybody knows, every time, Mob James said this out of his own fucking fat line-ass pig mouth. If you had beef with Suge, all you had to do is go up there and press him, and he would hand you a check. That's what Mob James said. You think Rafael Perez and David Mack wouldn't aware of that? Listen closely. Hell yeah, they was aware of that. Nigga, my name is John Mack, nigga, and anybody named Mack, nigga, is attached to money. Yeah, that's by birth, nigga. Trust me, I feel it in my bones. They pressed the fuck out of Suge and said, Suge, nigga, we got something for you. Because everybody knows that the hit was on Suge, not on Pac. Pac was collateral damage. If you think Suge didn't take a bullet to the head, you're sadly mistaken. He did. The witnesses reported seeing a nigga in all black standing on the right side of their car when the shooting happened. And they're not sure if he shot as well. I bet you he did. I bet you he fucking did. You see, because the LVPD was all tied up into this shit too. That pig that Chris Carroll, his dirty ass was a part of this too. Greg Kading, bitch ass, his dirty ass is a part of this too. Frank Liga, his dirty ass is a part of this too. Oh, definitely a part of the Rampart division. Because who did they have to get rid of? Kevin Gaines. He wanted in on the money. You ain't getting none of this, buddy boy. Your ass will snitch. You fucking Sheritha. And we know you'll tell. And Sheritha told him. That nigga will tell. Because why? Niggas likes to pillow talk too much. Baby, when this is said and done, we gonna own everything. That's what she said. Okay? So let's tell the real. Sheritha motherfucking Knight is the main focal point here. And let me give you one key aspect tying all this back in together again, just to keep you on point. Is remember, before I started talking about Sheritha, I was talking about Daz Dillinger. I also mentioned something about Suge Knight fucking Daz's baby mama. Okay? And Daz staying loyal. Well, around 2011 or 12 or something like that, Daz came out with a cryptic message alleging that Reggie Wright Jr. have been caught up distributing drugs to the Grape Street Peter Roll Mafia members in Memphis. Okay? In Memphis. And that the feds was working closely with Reggie Jr. to get Reggie Sr. a lighter sentence. He said, and I quote, this is before Suge got arrested for the Straight Outta Compton debacle, where he allegedly ran over a couple of gentlemen, and y'all all know the story with that. He said he's going to finish Suge Knight off for good, and that he's working with the feds to get his father a lighter sentence. He said, don't fuck with Reggie Jr. under any circumstance. But that's why they couldn't kill Reggie Jr. because his father was high ranking. So instead, they set his punk ass up for all the alleged dirt he was doing and sent him to prison. And he tries to make it sound so innocent and like, everything is okay, but it's not. Reggie Jr. is an ethical, fucked off character, just like Greg Kading, who was dishonorably discharged from the LAPD for falsifying testimony. This is real. Also, if Keefe D was smart, he'd sue Greg Kading. Greg Kading offered Keefe D a proffer agreement. But during a proffer agreement, it is absolutely illegal to record somebody during a proffer agreement. That's called wire fraud. Both parties have to know that this interview is being conducted and recorded in order for it to be acceptable federally. So that trumps state jurisdiction. Period. But the fact that he was a peace officer, a person who was under the guise of moral aptitude, would break such confidence with an attorney present. Where the fuck was Keefe D's attorney? That's what lets me know that all of this is fugazi. Because the whole shit is illegal. But we all know that more illegalities happened. Greg Kading was alleged to have flown Keefe D to New York to try to set up Zip through some sort of drug entrapment to get him to confirm the killing of Tupac Shakur, and if I'm correct, of the Notorious B.I.G. as well. Well, with that being said, Gene Deal's fake fraudulent ass reported seeing Zip with a check from Puffy that was supposed to be delivered to Keefe D, except Zip never told Gene Deal that he was going to deliver that check to Keefe D for Puff. He told him it was for a record deal like Black Ground Records, something that had to do with Aaliyah and Timberland and them. This is what I'm telling you. These niggas are all in cahoots trying to fuck off the narrative because they all got paid from the death of Tupac Shakur and the Notorious B.I.G. And it all has to go back to that dirty ass security. All of it. Mob James and Keefe D both work for the feds. Period. Kading is able to fly Keefe D out to New York. Kading could also fly Mob James out to Australia. You think there's not a connection between Keefe D, Mob James, and Greg Kading? Are you fucking kidding me? Kevin Gaines got offed because he knew too much. Reggie Wright got sent to prison to ensure his ass don't never, ever, ever tell the truth. We need you to continuously lie, nigga, or next time, COVID won't be the only thing you catch. And everybody knows once they get you behind that wall, look what happened to Detective Poole. He was murdered by the LAPD for knowing too much. Allegedly. Oh, he died of a respiratory situation inside the LAPD, and nobody there was able to administer CPR in the LAPD inside their offices, going to report about what was going on with his investigations. And allegedly, Reggie Wright Sr. was there that day. What was he doing down at the LAPD on the day Poole showed up? Why was they so asphyxiated on framing Orlando? I'll tell you why. Because Reggie Sr. was the head of the gang task force, the captain of it, in Compton. He had plenty of run-ins with a young Orlando, and he knew that Orlando was a good patsy. Let me tell you how good Orlando was as a witness. Orlando was able to sue in court for defamation of his name and being Rat Pack. And during his testimony, he stated, and I heard out of his mouth, they wouldn't show him while he was speaking, but he said in court, and they showed the court setting, Suge was actually trying to help me. He won $60,000 in a civil suit against Death Row for attacking him. And that wasn't even him on the ground. They had him do that. They had him set up and sue so it could look like he was guilty of being injured by the Death Row members. But it wasn't even him on the ground. To see if you got a civil defamation under your belt, it could look like it was you. They told Orlando to do that. That's why they killed Orlando. After he got the money, Orlando was the only other one that could finally come out and say, you know what, I was a patsy in the whole thing. They forced me to say this and that. They forced me. And I'm going to tell you why I know Orlando didn't do the shooting. Because the witnesses claim there was only 2 people in the car, not 4. So Orlando and Big Dre, who looks ironically just like Biggie Smalls, was not in the backseat. All of that was to create confusion, man. Tupac told you. The people that's talking about this East and West war, they ain't nothing but there to cause confusion. What he was trying to tell us was that all of that was a smokescreen. They wanted to kill Tupac Shakur. You don't have a body double and all of these props set up if you're not trying to escape. The only reason the federal government want to know if Tupac is still alive because if he does, he owes a shitload of money in taxes. And while on parole, he bolted. $1.4 million worth of bail money is up in smoke because he ran. If you run on bond, they coming to look for you. His aunt, Assata Shakur, never has gotten asylum from the United States. She broke out of prison and ran over to Cuba and gained asylum with Cuba. And to this very day, she's on the FBI's top 10 most wanted list. Tupac Shakur had to go. Yaki Gaddafi had to go. They decided that their legacy and the music they left behind, well, allegedly, was enough. But somebody on the internal knew that they were going to try to escape. At the same time, it was the perfect opportunity to get rid of Suge so that Sheritha could take over the label. These are facts. Because the evidence points to no other direction. That's why the feds are interested in this case. Other than that, they can give a fuck. A whole lot of money is missing. And with interest, $1.4 million in inflation has got to be worth 3 to 4 times that much now. Tupac's catalog, which has generated billions since he's died, has got to be worth even more than that, and the government would like to get a hold of that catalog too and own and control it. Now, you can say what you want, but a lot of people say, well, if Reggie Jr. had the plot to get rid of Suge, why did Michael Moore report hearing "Got Him" by a Caucasian voice over the walkie-talkie? That would allude more to the hit being on Tupac Shakur. Because they could have killed Suge in prison easy. They still could. But they're leaving him alive for a reason. Okay, they're leaving him alive for a reason. Because Suge has the one piece of evidence that garners him to be alive than to be dead. Where is Tupac Shakur?
Evidently, you want to go against me, but did you mention weak and your weak raps? I heard that, I came back, but all you heard was a clap. Slap to the face and the jaw, niggas know we too raw. Hardcore nigga, now you know what you saw. You like it? Well, I don't like you cause you the law. I keeping it going, your nose is full of that straw. And I ain't playing that game. No insane, no cocaine to the membrane. Just living my life, but choose that shit stain. Smoke weed to the filter, but then I killed you with this lyrical mic. You know it's off the filter. Racial ass motherfuckers Hitler. Move yourself around before you get drowned in the bullets. I don't care, the triggers are bullets. The Pulitzer Prize winner, the John Mack, you know, got the dope sack and no beginner. I hit your ass up, I'm off the hinges. If you like it, get the weak niggas off the benches and coach them. So when I attack them and then approach them, they will know they can't ever come with this slow come. Nigga be coming around, nigga, cause they so dumb. Left foot out, you take your right foot in and take your left foot out. And it's what it's about, 10 toes down. You take your left foot out, put your right foot in. Take your right foot out, put your left foot in. That's 10 toes down. For good men, plenty then. You take your left